You hear about AI everywhere, right? But how does it actually work in a real-world project? Well, today, let's pull back the curtain on one very specific and very powerful application, a face recognition attendance system. We're going to break down exactly how a camera can recognize a face and automate a task that, let's be honest, we've all had to deal with.
All right, so first things first, let's talk about a problem I'm pretty sure we can all relate to. Before we can really appreciate the AI solution, we need to remember the old school hassle it's designed to replace, taking attendance by hand.
You remember this, right? The classic roll call. That slow, monotonous reading of names, the endless chorus of here, present, while the clock just ticks away. It's time-consuming, it's disruptive, and it's been long overdue for an upgrade. And here's the difference in a nutshell. On one hand, you've got the old way. It's slow, it's super easy to make mistakes, and it's just plain inefficient. But with AI, it's instant. It's accurate, and the whole thing is completely automated. That's the massive leap in efficiency we're talking about.
Okay, so what's the modern answer to this age-old problem? It's a sophisticated web application that uses a camera and some really smart software to take over the entire attendance process. Let's dive into how it's actually put together.
At its heart, the idea is really straightforward. You've got a system that uses a camera to basically see who's in the room. Through something called computer vision, it automatically processes what it sees, identifies each person, and marks them as present, all in real time.
So this slide really breaks down the guts of the system. Think of Django as the skeleton. It's the web framework that holds the entire application together. OpenCV, those are the eyes. That's the computer vision library that handles all the raw video from the camera. Then you have the face recognition library. That's the brain. It's where the core AI algorithm does its thing. And finally, Bootstrap gives the system its look, creating the clean user interface you actually see and interact with.
Okay, so here's the cool part. How does the system actually know it's you? It might seem like magic, but it's really a super fast 4-step process that happens in less than a second. Let's walk through it. First, the webcam captures a face. Simple enough, but then comes the most critical part, and this is really important. The system doesn't save your picture. Instead, it does something called encoding. It turns the unique features of a face into a special string of numbers. Then, it takes that numerical code and compares it against a database of codes it already knows. If it finds a match, boom, attendance logged, timestamp, and all. Let's zoom in on this whole face encoding thing, because it's the secret sauce. Think of it like a unique facial fingerprint. But instead of the swirls on your finger, it's all math. The system measures all these key points on your face, like the distance between your eyes, the shape of your nose, that kind of thing, and converts it all into a list of 128 numbers. That's the vector. And here's the key thing for privacy. The system only ever stores that list of numbers, never your actual photo. That makes the whole process way more secure. So you might be wondering, how good is it at this? How reliable is this method? Well, the algorithm behind all this, it comes from a really powerful library called dlib, and it boasts a 99.38% accuracy rate on standard tests. I mean, that is an incredibly high level of precision for this kind of work.
And that crazy high accuracy is what makes this system so trustworthy for things that are way more serious than just a simple check-in. We're talking reliable enough for monitoring exams, logging attendance for mandatory corporate training, or even controlling who gets into a secure building.
Now, a classroom is a perfect example, but this technology is useful in so many other places. Let's zoom out a bit and look at the bigger picture here. I mean, think about it. It's used everywhere, from corporate training centers and big conferences to coaching institutes. You'll even see it used for things like library visitor logs, hostel security systems, and of course, keeping an eye on examination halls. Basically, anywhere you need to know who is present, quickly and without mistakes, a system like this is a total game changer. Okay, so why does any of this matter to you? Why should you care about the inner workings of a system like this? Well, it's because these technologies we've been talking about, computer vision, machine learning frameworks, these are the actual building blocks for a huge chunk of the software being made today. For anyone in tech, or wanting to get into tech, being able to build or even just talk intelligently about a project like this is a massive advantage. Just like the slide says, having a real working application is one of the best ways to prove to a potential employer that you have the practical AI and machine learning skills they're looking for. And really, that's the bottom line here. Getting a handle on things like computer vision, machine learning, and how to weave them into a web app isn't just some abstract academic thing. These are the skills that are literally building our future.
And that all leads us to a pretty fascinating final thought. We've seen how this tech can solve an everyday problem like taking attendance, right? But that's just scratching the surface. As this kind of automated recognition becomes more and more a part of our daily lives, you have to wonder, what incredible new possibilities is it going to unlock next?